Hi everyone, welcome back. And I first of all want to wish you a happy new year. I hope the new year will treat you kindly and that there's a lot of love for you in 2026. I spent the last 2 weeks-ish, like the holidays, with my boyfriend because he's from the UK and he has 2 weeks off around the holidays. So he came over here for most of those 2 weeks and it was really fun. It was our first Christmas together. I really loved spending Christmas with him, and then we also spent New Year's together. We just stayed at home because neither of us is really a fan of going out. I hope you had nice holidays too. Feel free to let me know what you did or what plans, or even like if you have plans for the new year or something exciting coming up. I'd love to know. I have one more day today left before I go back to work. I had a week off, so that was fun and very well needed.
Okay, so here I'm just quickly making some breakfast. I'm cooking these like mushroom burgers that we got from Albert Heijn. They were leftover from Christmas and we kept them in the freezer. They were really nice. The inside is like mushroom and the outside is nice and crunchy. I really enjoyed those. I hope they have them all year round, but I don't think they do. And then I just make some scrambled eggs to go with it. I always use the same seasoning for eggs, just garlic, something spicy, and then some black pepper. Here I'm using bulbiber and the garlic is smoked. It's really nice. So next thing I'm doing here, I'm making these kind of punch cards. I saw this idea on TikTok. It's kind of like the ones you get at like a coffee shop, like loyalty cards, but then for habits that you do. So here I am just making the cards. I wanted to keep it quite simple. So I have this A5 paper that I cut in two, and then I'm just using some Tombow markers to color in the borders, and then later also make little figures for the amount of like stamps to collect. I'm gonna do mine with stamps instead of punching it out because I don't have a one-hole punch and I think a stamp would be cute. I already saw some small ones from a store that I still have a gift card from, so works out quite well. But I think stamps is cute, so it's more of a stamp card. So the habits that I wanted to track, one of them is books. I want to try reading 12 books again this year. Last year I put my goal on 18 because the year before that it was 12. I was able to do the 12 books, but yeah, I wasn't able to reach my 18 book goal last year, so I figured I should just lower it back to 12. I've been struggling a bit with reading, so I didn't want to set the goal too high, and this seemed like a fun idea to keep track of it because I had already been rethinking. I've been using Goodreads. Obviously there's better platforms out there than Goodreads, but also just the idea of tracking it online, I was just thinking like, who am I doing this for? Because there's ways that I can track it that are not online that are more enjoyable for me. So I've just been doing that, and then with the last book I finished, I just wrote my thoughts on it in a notebook and I really enjoyed that, so I think I'll just keep it that way because I don't really care for sharing book reviews online personally. Then I have one for the cinema. I'd like to go 6 times this year. I put it at 6 because there's not always something I want to see, so one movie a month. I wasn't sure if that would be doable. So then I have a habit for offline days, which would just be a day without a phone. I think it'd be really nice to do on a day off. I feel like if I'm doing it during a work day, it kind of feels like cheating because you're already on your phone list. So this was originally gonna be 12 days, but when I was doing the heart drawings on it, like when I was doing I think it's hearts, no, it's stars. When I was doing the stars drawings on it, I just realized that it needed something else in that corner, so now it's 13 days, but I don't think that's bad. You can never have too many days without a phone, in my opinion. Then I've done one for paintings, so make 5 paintings this year. I really like painting. I just never get to it because it does, like, if I paint, I do it all day, and I feel like I keep putting it off. I don't know why. I'll usually just procrastinate, and then I'm like, okay, now it's too late in the day to actually start it. So I'm hoping to at least paint a bit more this year. I put it at 5 because I don't know how doable more would be. And then the last one is for museums. I really love going to museums. I just don't do it enough. It's the same thing again where it's like, oh, going out for a day trip, going to a museum, it all costs money, and then I try to talk myself out of it. So yeah, those are the things I put on mine. I still have one card left over. I might use it for something else. Haven't found anything else yet. If anyone knows something that could be fun to track, feel free to let me know. These were really fun to make. I love how they turned out as well.
something I quickly wanted to share, because I always love watching those videos, is what I got for Christmas. But I also want to include what I gave for Christmas, because I think it's about giving and receiving. First off is, which you've already seen. Well, there's two things you've already seen, but we'll start in order. I got this microphone from my boyfriend. I wanted one for a while because I feel like the audio in the videos have been kind of, sometimes because I don't really have a microphone. I'm not saying you really need it. I've been using my phone before, which works out fine enough, but I wanted something that I could connect to my computer directly because it's easier. Then another gift he got me. Oh, I need to make sure the microphone isn't in the way. Oh, it's that way around. I got this Lego, I think it's the mini orchid that they call it. And we built it together, which was a really fun activity. Like, I like doing stuff like that together. So, yeah, it was kind of like, obviously I have these beautiful flowers, but I also have the fun shared memory of building them together, which I really like. These are also, it didn't say so on the box, but I believe in the booklet it said these were the peach orchids. I thought that it was a coincidence, but I thought it was a very nice coincidence, because obviously my nickname is Perzik, which is a peach. So yeah, those are the two things I got from my boyfriend, which are very nice gifts. Thank you. And then we do a Secret Santa here at home. So my grandma was my Secret Santa. She lives with us. And also, funnily enough, I was also her Secret Santa. So we just exchanged gifts. I made a list. We usually make a list because it's easier, of like stuff that we want. So one of the things that I put on there and got is, I think this is the 2020 edition. It's a hardcover. There's also a softcover edition of this, which I think this is yellow. I've been wanting this for a while. I saw this in a bookstore in Scotland. I really like this layout of the book. I like the font and the design of it. And then I got, because obviously you can tell I haven't started, but a big part of this is the morning pages. So I asked for a little set of these free lined set of notebooks. They're from Hema. So I got these to go with it because you obviously need to do a lot of journaling. So I figured having some separate notebooks for that would be nice. So this is a composition notebook by Penco. But yeah, it's just a lined thingy. My plan is, I know you can get specific notebooks for this, but my plan is to put some recipes in here, because one thing that I really want to try is making some more exciting lunches, especially for at work, but also more filling lunches, because the typical Belgian lunch of bread with something in between it, like cheese or, in my case, fake meat, just isn't filling, in my opinion. And it's also it's not that exciting to eat. Like, I want to try and find some easy but more nourishing stuff, and I would love to write stuff down in here. One more gift that I got from my grandma. They're from Hema. They're very warm and fuzzy. One gift I got from my boyfriend's parents is this. It's very soft. It's very warm. I've been living in this since I got it. Yes, another pair of Naintje slippers. But it's fun. I can change around. The last thing I got, which took me by surprise a little bit, is these. I got 3 sketchbooks. I got this smaller one, and then 2 bigger ones. They're by this brand, Glassy Gecko, or Art Gecko. I think it's Art Gecko. I'd never heard of this brand before. I don't know if they sell it. I don't know if they sell it over here. It's a UK brand, so. But this was a gift from my boyfriend's grandma, who this kind of made me emotional because she passed since. Well, she passed a few weeks ago. So, yeah, it made me really emotional to see that she did get me a gift. Yeah, I wasn't expecting it, and it's really sweet, and it means a lot to me. I quickly want to go over what I gave. So, like I said before, I got my grandma for the Secret Santa, and I got her a gift card. And I know some people are like, gift cards for Christmas, but she is a practical person. And I got her a gift card for a store that she likes going to. And she went and got herself a nice winter coat. And then for my boyfriend, I got him I'll put pictures because I obviously don't have it anymore. I got him the Funko Star Wars advent calendar. I got him this because on his list he had some of the Funko Star Wars Christmas figurines, like the normal sized ones. But they all sold out, and I don't think they really get restocked, or maybe limited edition. So I got him the calendar because it's the same thing, but it's just a bunch of tiny ones. So yeah, we got to open that one. There were some really cool ones in there. So, and then I also got him, because he said if someone got him a book, it would help him. So I got him a book. I'll put a cover of the specific one. I got him a book for learning Dutch because he says he's been wanting to. It is one that says to do it in 3 months, which I don't think you have to do it in 3 months. I understand the concept behind it, but out of the ones that I saw at the bookstore, this seemed to be the most practical one. I just wanted to show quickly a few things that I picked up. So I suppose we'll start with these. I got these stickers from Flying Tiger, bunch of different ones. There's a beach in there. Then I picked up from gorgeous bookstore. It's called Luditz, I think. Luditz is how I think you would say it. And I got 3 books there because there was just 3 things that I really wanted to get. So the first one I got, it's a Dutch book. It's from Frans Kafka. Een kooi ging... What's it called? Een kooi ging in zijn vogel zoeken, which means a cage went to look for a bird, roughly translated. I don't know how they would have actually translated this in English, but it's stuff he wrote when he was at his sister's farm while having a tuberculosis attack. And it's just very short sentences, as you can see. It's not long, which is why I've already read quite a lot of it, because it's not much per page. But I thought this was interesting. I read a few of them in the store and I was like, this looks interesting. I was intrigued by the cover too. Then I got I Don't Care by, not really sure how you, Agoda Christoph. I'm assuming the accents make it a different pronunciation, but it's a Hungarian writer and it's short stories. Read the first one in the bookstore and I liked it, so I picked it up. And then the last book I got is The Cat by Georges Simenon, I would assume, because he is from Liège. Yeah, so he's a Belgian author. I didn't notice when I picked this up at first. I was just intrigued by the cover. It's about like a husband and a wife that got married when they were 60 years old, and both of their pets die, and they kind of start disliking each other after that. Yeah, I found this interesting because I started, before Christmas break, I started writing that has similar themes to this. So it intrigued me and I picked it up. One thing I got, this was on my Christmas list, but I didn't get it and I really wanted it, so I went to pick it up myself. So I got this book. It's a dictionary of color combinations. Basically, it's just what it says. It's a bunch of color combinations. There is 2 colors. There is 3. And then there is 4. And at the back, there's a little overview of all of the shades, kind of by color. It tells you which one of the palettes it's been used in, because they're all numbered. And it also has, which is nice, it has the CMYK values. And then the last thing I picked up is this book. It's Glue. It's Collage, Assemblage, and Other Sticky Pursuits. It's a fun title. I think this is by Uppercase, which is a magazine as well. And it's basically just a bunch of ways of collaging, gluing things together. Glue is literally the glue that holds this book together. Like, it's all different forms of collage, assembling, and that kind of stuff. And it's different artists that are talking about their work. It's really interesting to see these different kind of works. And also just the pictures in it are so cute. I really like this because I obviously do some bullet journaling as well. I don't really make a lot of collages, but I do like junk journaling. I like junk journaling, so